how do I get it all done? You're a real estate investor, you probably have a full-time job and a family. Your schedule is packed. So how do you get the things done that you need to do in order to grow the portfolio to help you create the life that you want to live? Hey there, I'm Julie Broad of Revenue.com with another fantastic real estate investing video tip for you. Today I want to answer a question that comes in all shapes and forms, but it always means the same thing, and that is, how do I get it all done? If you're asking me time management, it sells a lot of courses and a lot of books, but thinking you can manage time is completely bogus. You can manage your energy, and you should, and you can manage your priorities, and you should, but you will not be able to manage time. All that aside, I do have 4 suggestions to help you get it all done. So first of all, imagine if you woke up today and decided to run a marathon. You are not going to just charge out the door and go do it. Maybe you don't even own running shoes, right? You are going to have to go and get those running shoes and probably run for a minute and walk for 30 seconds and then run for a minute and walk for 30 seconds and build yourself up. The same thing for real estate investing. Depending on where you're at, you know, it's great to have in mind that you want to have 20 properties, or you would like to have enough income so that you can go part-time, or so that you can leave your job, or whatever your goal may be. But just know your most important thing is getting that next or that first deal done, and then focusing on what you need to do to get there. So that's the first piece, right? Just focus on taking one step at a time and always look at what your next step might be. The second thing is to define precisely what you need to do and give yourself a set amount of time to do it. Plan what you're going to do and be precise. I work with a lot of coaching clients who send me their, we call it the accountability task list, and they send me what they're going to do. And there's a dramatic difference in results between the people who specifically say, I am going to speak to Frank, Sally, and Edward this week about potentially investing with me. I am going to work on my February receipts and enter them in versus I'm going to do accounting. There's a dramatic difference. The other piece is the amount of time they allocate to getting this done. The more pressure you put on yourself to complete a task in a smaller time frame, the more focus you have and the more you'll get done. Precision and focus, putting yourself in a time slot, telling yourself specifically what you're going to do. Number 3 is avoiding temptation rather than forcing yourself to resist it. This one comes from Tony Schwartz, which he wrote a great book called Be Excellent at Anything. And he talks a lot about this in relation to dieting, right? If you plan your diet so that you avoid temptation rather than have to resist it. So if you never have on your table cookies and spinach and have to force yourself to choose the spinach, it'll be so much easier. So planning ahead so that you're avoiding temptation rather than resisting it. What does this mean for a real estate investor? Well, my approach to this has always been to focus on what I'm doing right now. Yes, I'm doing buy and hold. I'm looking for houses where I can add a suite or that have a suite. For some of you, you might call that a duplex, but that's my focus. So yeah, you know what? That might be the perfect flip, and that might have $40,000 in it. You know what? That might be the perfect apartment building, but that's not what I'm doing. So I don't even look at them. There's so many strategies, there's so many markets, there's so many approaches. Do your research, set yourself up so that you have a focus, and then ignore everything else for a while. Because yeah, you know what? Sometimes it would be appealing to look at other strategies, but as long as you stay focused, you'll get more done. Finally, number 4. One of the things I had to kick my butt on was I was starting to spend more and more time on Facebook and Twitter and even email. I found it was easy, and I wasn't focusing on the things that I really needed to focus on: writing, content creation, working with our clients. So as a result, I found an app called Antisocial. I think the app is called Antisocial. It looks like little books, I think, on my computer. I installed that app, and whenever I need to sit down and work for 90 minutes on something, I set the app so that it blocks all the websites, all the social media websites I often get distracted on, as well as blocks my email for that set amount of time. The only way to get back in is to restart my computer or for the time to elapse. It forces me. I know my weakness, and I've found a way to keep myself focused for set amounts of time using this app. So if you know your weakness in advance and can set things up so that you will not be distracted when you need to work on things, you'll get so much more done. What do you do to help yourself stay focused and get a ton done so that you can be a real estate investor by night and a hardworking employee by day and still have energy and time for your family? Love to hear your tips. If you're in YouTube, go ahead and post them in the comments. If you like this, you got a couple tips you can use, give it a thumbs up. Plus, thumbs up just makes me happy. And of course, if you haven't already, come on over to revenue.com, where we have tons of real estate investing videos and tips to help you create a life that you want to live, or as we say, help you live that ideal day that you're dreaming of. Cool? Can't wait to see you again. Come on back. See you next time.